All you market traders and profit takers, this is your Forex University professor at yourforexuniversity.com. We're going to look at the week ending of September the 5th, 2014, and oh, what a week it was! We haven't seen a range like this in the euro and the pound in years. Oh, it was such a blast from the past. Unfortunately, it was just for the day. Um, News has a way of making markets move, but it was beautiful. Let me show it to you real quick on the euro here. Let's jump to the 4 hour, breaking down the week. See, look at this move. Bam! This was Thursday. It just came down short. The short just flooded down there. Oh, that was beautiful. And this is also one reason I want to point out here too. Oh, and let's just move to a 50-minute just so I can show you that there was definitely a moment where it just over 60 pips. It was just bam, quick. This is one of the reasons why you want to have multiple contracts, because after you hit your target, for example, let's say your target was maybe here at the bottom of this gray area, and you didn't have anything left, you're looking at the market continuing on. You're thinking to yourself, man, look at all the money I could have had if I didn't take this target. And you go into a tizzy about it, and you're feeling remorseful because you feel like you didn't get all the money you could have gotten out the market and all of this, and it's psychologically damaging. So what you want, I mean, if you can afford it, if your account can afford it, have multiple contracts so that after you get your target, you can leave one of those contracts on and let it ride and put a stop on it at a point where you're not going to take a loss, right? So that way, if the market continues in your favor, you're just going to pick up more money and just continue to trail it with a stop. For example, if your first target was right here around 103.35 or something like that, and you took your target, you got one left on, and your originally, so what you do, put your stop maybe right above this big candle where we had the long drop. And more than likely, that's a point at which you'll still make a profit. It might be small, but it's still a profit, right? And it's worth letting it ride to see how far you can make that profit on that last contract. It's just good strategy. So enough for the lessons. Let's hurry up and get through this review. As you can see, the Australian dollar is holding. It is the strongest of the pairs right now. Um, while everything else was dropping, the Aussie was continuing to work inside of this channel in an upward bullish move. Okay, so that's strength on the Aussie's part. Again, there's the euro. Get back to the weekly chart. Falling like crazy. Look at how hard it's falling. Okay, while the Aussie is not falling. You see? See the difference? You see why the Aussie is so strong? This is the euro against the dollar. This is the Aussie against the dollar. It's not falling. The pound against the dollar, that's a 4 hour. Let's move to the weekly chart. We are continuing the downward bearishness in the pound as well. However, we did reach a 382 retracement area this week, which is something that we've been waiting for quite a few weeks. So right now there's buying going on at the end of the week. Here, let's jump to the 4 hour so you can see it a little bit more fractally. Notice the 382 line here. At the end of the week, the last day, Friday, we got there and touched it, and we've been holding on for the last part of the session. What is interesting is to see what's going to happen for the new week. So we'll see if this 382 retracement is a retracement. Is it really a retracement? Now, what you got to keep in mind is when you look at this 4 hour chart, is what's happening here is that you have buying that's taking place. Some of the buying is from the people covering their shorts. And some of the buying is obviously coming from those who have been waiting for the 382 retracement mark, and they're looking for bullishness. This will play itself out this week. We'll see what we get from that. Now, if you also notice, the week before that, when we had the 25, the GAN retracement right in here, we had a small little little move or relief from the shorting, only to continue on to the 382. So let's see how that works out. Here we have the Kiwi. It's still bearish. We're still moving down, but we have gotten close to a 50% retracement on the bullish retracement from this low to this high. So that is an area of caution for all of you bears. Oh, and back to the Kiwi. As far as bears looking for a place to do a hit to get another retracement, somewhere around 84.27, 84.26. Doesn't look too bad. Right in here on this red line where the trend channels are. Just in that area, you can see, historically, you can see the rejections here, 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 here. So this is a potential area of getting some kind of reaction for you bears. All right, the Canadian dollar. Canadian dollar is still bullish but weak. Weak bullish. We had the close below the trend line last week. We did not break the low. So we readjust the trend line and we continue on. But we tighten up now. This is tighten up time with the Canadian dollar for all you bulls. It's time to tighten up. Be willing to take, if there's a expense that you need to pay on this, if it breaks below this low here, around this it's somewhere below 107.90, then just let it go. Okay, let it go. Next support, we've got 107.11, 107.12. Let me see. Let me give you another support level, even though it's a little premature. Yeah, you've got some support levels coming in here. We've touched a 50% support level already, which is holding, which is why this did not break. So there's still some support level there at that 50. You might want to be a little aware of the 107.60s. That's a 618 retracement on this short move to the upside. But they're not, the greatest because of the scenario that we're in. We're coming out of this for this past year. This move, this bullish move here, this bullish move, if you look at it, it's a wave 3 that took place. So now after the wave 3, you're going to have 4, 5, okay? And then we'll go into the ABCDs, all right? So keep that in mind as well. Those of you who know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Those who don't, you need to take some classes. All right, the franc moving on up is what it's doing. It's made its way into bullish territory for sure. We've got the close above that last trend line of the downturn and broke it, hammered it, and kept moving on forward. Strong move to the upside. We need to see some retracement now because when you get too far away from that trend channel, okay. And the yen, let's look. We're looking at it on a 4-hour right now. Let's move to the weekly. And we can see here that we have broken the previous high of this last year. We didn't close above it, but we broke it. We are bullish. We are pushed outside of this range that we've been in, that we talked about. And for weeks, I've been saying how the support line right here is how strong it is. And then look, it met up with this trend line, and look at how things have been going. Got the push that it needed to get past these highs here and possibly continue on, because there is room for it. We can just space you out. See, we've got room up here. We've got some room up here. It's it's got some potential. So the Japanese yen, the dollar against the yen, we're looking at some bullishness and some movement back, possibly to the upside. However, before that happens, something else I'm looking. This is a third wave right there. So um, it's definitely a third wave. So we might, and then we had the consolidation in here with all of the ABCD stuff. We might start another 1, 2, and 3. It's very, very possible. So that's it for the week. Keep those quick view levels in front of you. Make sure that you're willing to move with it, because that's how you make your money. That's we sure made a good killing this week, or with the way the market moved. That is, of course, if you're on the right side of the trade. Well, I'm your Forex University professor at yourforexuniversity.com. We've just reviewed the week of September 5th in 2014. Got a little insider information for those of you who caught it and saw what was being said. Those of you who didn't understand it, you need to learn it, because it'll put money in the bank.